Hello guys and welcome back to Dance Mums, and today we are on season 2 episode 8, which means next episode is the mysterious lost episode. I wonder what we're going to do about that. Guess you'll just have to wait for next episode. But in the meantime, we have a crazy chaotic episode. The coming up on this episode, there's a lot of kids crying. Jill seems to switch sides, which is very interesting, and I'm excited to see what happens. Let's get into this episode, shall we? But before we do have the little matter of the pyramid. Okay, so the pyramid is an interesting one in this episode because at the bottom we have Jill. I mean, I feel like that's not really that crazy or surprising. Jill deserves to be at the bottom. Her behaviour over the last couple of episodes has been horrific and horrendous, but it is what it is. Next up, we have Melissa. Melissa's just Melissa. Like, I just can't put her any higher. It is what it is. Next up, we have Mackenzie. Unfortunately, just didn't really do much last week, so I can't really give her much more than where I've given her, because she wasn't really in the episode. Then we've got Kendall. Kendall dances fine at the moment. Like, she's good, but she doesn't stand out in those numbers, in the group numbers. Like, she's not someone that draws my eye, which, like, I guess is like a positive and a negative, but like, I don't know, it just is what it is. Next up we have Brooke. Again, I didn't really do much last week, didn't really have much to say about her, so I would just like to say she'll probably be moving up, but I just had more reasons to put other people above her at the end of the day. So next up we have Christy. Christy's on this layer of the pyramid purely because of the argument between her and Abby in the last episode, where she was standing up for Chloe and Paige. I just thought it was a really, really boss bitch moment of her, and I really enjoyed it, especially when she was like, "You grow up." I thought that was really funny. Then we have Kelly. Again, Kelly standing up for her daughter. Always big props in my book. Always love when parents do that. So, yeah, good. Next up, we have Paige. Paige did fine in the dance number. I enjoyed her. She was on top of the pyramid last week, so I feel like this is a fair placement for her this week. Then we have... that's the wrong one. Holly! Holly is on this layer of the pyramid and at the top of this layer of the pyramid purely because of the way that she dealt with Abby in the last episode. I've said before and I'll say again, she has such a way of talking to Abby that doesn't cause arguments. Like, Abby will escalate it, but Holly will be like, let's calm down, let's be chill, let's not do anything rash, shall we? So I feel like she's actually really, really good. Then next up we have Maddie. Maddie, she did well in the numbers that she did. I enjoyed her. So yeah, big slay, I guess. Then we have Chloe. Although actually, now I'm thinking about it, I think Chloe and Maddie were meant to be switched in my mind. But oh well, it is what it is. I've done what I needed to do. And then on top of the pyramid, if I can reach it, is Nia. Why is Nia on top of the pyramid, you may ask? Well, she was the person who drew my eye most positively in the gun number. I thought she had fantastic commitment to character. Her dancing was great. She was fantastic. So I really enjoyed her. So yeah, that is the pyramid for today. Hope you guys have enjoyed that. Let's get on with the video.
This week, we are going to Fire and Ice right here in Pittsburgh. Yay!
Well, that got a resoundingly flat response from everyone. I'm glad everyone's excited about dancing for the 8th week in a row. I'm glad everyone's having a fantastic time. You'd think they were actually doing a job or something.
But Kendall?
Not Melissa leaning forward to be like, is that Maddie? No, it's Kendall. It's all good. It's all good. I really thought that they'd put Maddie on the bottom of the pyramid for some reason. I was thinking there must have been some colossal mistake. Oh my god. That was so unintentionally funny, and I'm so happy that the mirrors were positioned in such a way, because that had me howling.
You are back on probation.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's tough. It is tough. But also, what do you expect from Abby when for the last 3 weeks you've just been like a negative influence on her? Every single time we go to a show, there's some problem. There's this problem. There's that problem. So I feel like this this was a long time coming. You were going back on probation. Probation? One way or another, whether you liked it or not.
Your head is distended. Your shoulders are hunched. Your rib cage is open.
Are you kidding me?
She was just auditioning for the Hunchback of Notre Dame, you know. It's not that difficult to see. She'd make a great Quasimodo.
You should be on probation, not my daughter.
Jill really thought she cooked with that line. She really did. And to be fair, she'll get her wish, because in a couple of years, Abby will be in prison and then she'll probably be out on actual probation this time. So, you know what? You won in the long game. Do you know what I mean? You won the long game.
I was devastated by Kendall's reaction. I certainly don't wake up in the morning to intentionally hurt a child's feelings.
That's all you've done on this show so far. Every single week you make children cry. You make children cry by your presence in the room. They're just there and they're like, ugh, Abby's here. Great. Fantastic. I cannot believe that you said that. That might be the funniest, most hypocritical line of the entire show.
We are going to one of those studios. I'm not putting up with this crap anymore.
I mean, if I hadn't seen the preview for the episode, I probably would have been like, oh, but I'm not surprised. I think it's been a long time coming. The difficulty is with the ALDC is like, it doesn't get any better. Like, you think it's like this magical, amazing thing, but also, Jill, come closer, come closer. Everybody else, you can stay away, but Jill, come closer. You thought that genuinely, after watching the show on TV, that you were going to be the exception to the Abby hate rule, right? That's what you thought in your head. You thought it was going to be easy breezy. You saw how they treated parents on the first series, and you thought, nah, they won't do that to me. Are you that stupid? Come on, Jill, wise up.
I don't want to go. I love to dance.
Kendall, I love you to pieces, but she's not taking you away from dance forever. She's just taking you to a different studio. And honestly, I think you'll be happier. I think you will be, because there are some wonderful dance studios out there that focus on like nurturing children rather than living in a fear palace of just utter depression and depravity. Like, I'm sorry, but how can you defend this?
Paige.
Because of course, it's back to business as usual, and oh, Paige is on the bottom of the pyramid again. Surprise, surprise.
Brooke, this whiny, mopey teenager crap has to stop.
Not the whiny, mopey teenager crap. She is a teenager. It just happens. Was Abby birthed like a 20-year-old woman? So she didn't have a childhood? Because I'm starting to feel like she was, or...
Nice, clean performance. Maddie, you redeemed yourself. No stupid mistakes.
No way is Nia on the top. Have me and Abby got the same top 3? This has never happened before apart from last week. That is crazy. And last week was obvious because of the placings of the solos. But this week, I just put Nia up there because I was like, she was fab. She was fab in the group dance. Nia on top of the pyramid for the first time ever. Wait, being on the top of the pyramid for anybody but Maddie is a curse. So does that mean that Nia's going to have an absolutely horrendous week? Oh, the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. That's what Abby does to you.
This week, you're going to be doing a solo. Holly, she's going to perform, act, and look like a princess.
How long before she's like an Arabian princess, or like she's gonna be an African queen or something like that? Do you know what I mean? I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop, because with Abby, there always is a but coming. There's always a but. There's usually a big but.
Head over heels. It's about falling in love and getting married. As an artist, I draw my inspiration from the world around me.
You draw the inspiration from the world around you. You've never been in love. You've never gotten married. What inspiration are you taking? That's so funny. Honestly, she's coming out with some corkers in this episode. Just some hilarious lines that just contradict everything we know about Abby Lee Miller.
Aren't I too young to get married?
Yes, Mackenzie. Yes, you are.
They just got engaged, but I like to keep my private life private.
Melissa just got engaged. If stepdaddy's paying the bills, might as well put a ring on it. Do you know what I mean? Keep him sweet, keep him keen, keep him willing to pay the dance bills, because that's what's most important at the end of the day.
I want your dads to be at the competition as if they were giving their daughters away.
Okay, first of all, excited to finally meet the other dads, because we've already met Maddie's dad. But is it going to be Maddie's dad that comes, or is it going to be the stepdaddy? Either way, kind of excited to meet the dads. That's going to be quite funny. Yeah, child brides, not where I thought this episode was going, I'll be honest. We've had prostitutes, we've had guns. Next episode is the band episode. Abby's on smoke at the moment. She's literally smoking good stuff at the moment, because she must be on crack. She has to be. I don't even know. Do you smoke crack? I actually don't know.
Kendall, I thought, fit the group very well. And I thought Kendall is a good little dancer. I think she held her own.
I think that Jill's going to regret walking out of there.
You know what? Something's telling me that Jill will be back. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the fact that she's on the show till season 7, but something is telling me, and call me psychic, but she will be back at some point.
Well, I'm kind of disappointed she didn't get a chance to see me at the top of the pyramid after she talked about it.
I know.
I'm really kind of disappointed about that. If she kept saying that she'd never pretty much amount to that.
Jill has been talking the most smack about Nia all along, and I'm so sad we didn't get to see her. Oh, I can't believe that Kendall wasn't at the top of the pyramid, and Nia was. Oh my god, I mean, Nia's just not as good a dancer as My Little Kendall. My Little Kendall's so amazing. Golly gosh, My Little Kendall's just the best dancer ever, and if you can treat her right, I'll take her somewhere they can.
You've worked hard. You've worked hard in ballet class. You've waited a long time for this pretty dance with me. And I'll tell you what, don't screw it up, kid.
She really knows how to give a pep talk, does Abby? Like, come on. Imagine going up to a kid and being like, listen, you've waited your entire life for this. Don't screw it up. Because if you screw it up, you'll be back on the bottom of the pyramid. Remember, being at the top of the pyramid is one thing, but staying there is another. And guess what, guys? Everybody's replaceable. Even you, Nia. Especially you, Nia.
I'm going back to my old studio where they like Kendall. No, she didn't say that.
I told you she was going back there.
Interesting that she's going back to her old studio. Okay, cool. We know you'll be back, so like, why are we playing this big facade? Why are we playing these silly little games? Okay, just suck it up and get on with it.
Hello, let's call a spade a spade. She's a studio hopper, so it's time to hop back to the old one.
Call a spade a spade. Every time Christy says spade a spade, drink. I am going to do the drinking challenge at some point. It's just I usually record these in the middle of the day, and I don't want it to get to like 2 p.m. and I'm absolutely wankered. So like one evening, I will record a Dance Moms episode and I will do a drinking game with it. I just haven't decided when yet. So I'm sorry. I will get it done at some point, I promise.
It was my fault. She should put me on probation, not you. We're done at Abby's. I'm taking you somewhere where they are going to appreciate you.
I still don't think that Jill's realised that the pyramid is for the parents. It's to punish the parents. It's got nothing to do with the children. The children are just there because they're the representations of the mums. They can't literally rank the mums because then that would be absolutely horrendous. But they can rank the children because, oh, it's a competitive dance world.
If you want to come to Candy Apples, then I am here for you, but I need to be 100% sure that all of your ties are severed from Abby Lee Dance Company.
Da-da, da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. She's back! It's Cathy! Oh, this is so funny. This is brilliant. Yes, just what I wanted from this episode. Candy Apples drama. I'm so excited. Yeah, this is going to be absolutely fantastic, this episode. I'm really looking forward to it now.
I heard about the engagement. So are you going to be in the wedding?
The kids are like, huh? Huh? What engagement? I didn't know my mom was getting married again. How funny would it be if Melissa hasn't told them yet and this is the first time they've heard about it?
You think I'm gonna be in the wedding?
My mom is engaged, but she wants to keep it quiet.
Yeah, and absolutely, she does not want Abby in the wedding. Was Abby going to be a bridesmaid? Flower girl? The DJ?
What do you think of the ring?
Beautiful.
I love the story.
No,
story?
don't say it.
What story?
These kids do not rate Abby. They don't rate Abby. Because what do you mean? What do you... What do you mean Chloe went, oh, the story was brilliant? And Maddie goes, don't tell us. What part of she wants to keep it quiet did you guys not understand? And now you're broadcasting it live on national television?
Mackenzie, shh. Tell me the story. Come here.
I don't know what story. We're not supposed to tell Abby anything.
Come here, child. Tell me everything, please. It's not often that we get to see Abby being quite playful with the children. But this, I've actually got tears in my eye because I'm actually finding this so funny. The way she's like, come here, child, tell me, please. Tell me what the story is.
So the moms and I went to Babette's bridal shop so we could get some inspiration for this bridal dance that we're doing.
And we got awfully sidetracked.
Never let women loose in a bridal shop. That is rule 101, producers. Never ever, because you're going to be like, okay, we've got like a tight hour to film this and then get out of here. 5 hours later, they're going to be 5 glasses of champagne deep. They'll have tried on every single dress in the shop, and they'll be purchasing one for a wedding that they don't even have because they're already married. Oh, honestly, my friends drag me shopping all the time and it's so jarring sometimes because they're like, oh, does this look good? And I go, no, it looks awful, because it's this like tiny little bit of fabric that they're holding up going, oh, this is meant to be a dress. And I'm like, really? A dress for what? A spaghetti?
So is that it?
I bought it.
Well,
my
first of all,
vows
if I
and
got
that
married
other
again, I
thing.
wouldn't be wearing a big wedding gown. No, you wouldn't do that? Nope.
If you got married again, Melissa, aren't you currently bedazzled up, blinged up, engaged, you know? There's a story apparently according to Chloe, so clearly something's happening.
Welcome.
This is why Kelly's iconic, because she's so funny. She's literally the funniest person on the entire show. Apart from Christy. Christy is second funniest. No, Christy's first funniest. Kelly's second funniest. That's why their podcast is so funny. Because it's like, it literally is like the two Muppets sitting up in that box in the theatre, going like that backwards and forwards. It's so funny. I love them. They're literally so iconic.
I can't believe you're trying on a wedding dress.
Me neither. I came here for headpieces.
This is what I mean. This is what they're like, guys. They go in and they're like, oh, I'm just gonna get one top. 5 tops, 3 pairs of jeans, and 2 bras later. And they're like, oh, I think I'll get all of this. Here's the real thing that winds me up so much. And I don't know, let me know if you do this down below. But like, it angers me so much. They'll try on 100 items. And then they'll come out and they'll be like, oh, I'm going to get these 100 items. And then they're like, oh, let me look around the store one more time. And then they'll like slowly but surely put all of them back until they're left with one thing, which was the one thing that they came in to buy. And then they're like, oh, no, I just didn't fancy getting the rest of it. Never. If there are any guys watching this, never go shopping with women.
I don't know. I think if I was getting married again, I'd have to have the bird thing.
I like the bird cage too.
Yeah, to hide your wrinkles.
Melissa! That was so unnecessary. That was crazy from you, Melissa. Hide the wrinkles. Didn't realise that we had Cathy reincarnate back. All you need to do is make a joke about Christy's nose and then you're pretty much Cathy anyway.
Should we take our shoes off?
In our studio? Oh, honey, we have a cleaning lady that cleans the floor every night. You don't need to worry about it.
All right.
Cathy's like, we actually clean our floors, so don't worry about it. We didn't pay $68,000 for a floor that doesn't get cleaned. We paid like 10 grand and then we just pay a cleaner to keep it clean, you know.
She sees her potential right away. She sees what this little girl can do, what she can bring to a solo or a group number.
Of course Cathy's seeing the potential in your child. She's seeing the potential to fuck with Abby. I do not believe that Cathy's primary motivation here is Kendall's a good dancer. I think that's probably like a secondary or a tertiary, but it's not her primary motivation here.
We're gonna go to Pittsburgh. This week's fire and ice competition just got a little bit more interesting.
They're going to rock up at this competition. They're going to be like, "Hi, Abby. How we joined the Candy Apples. You didn't appreciate us, but Cathy sure does."
This was Cathy's way of telling me that she appreciates me and my daughter, she has respect for us, and she knows that Kendall's a good dancer.
I hate to break it to you, Jill, but this is entirely designed to fuck with Abby. There is no way, Jose, that this is because Kendall is a good dancer. I'm sorry, but I think you're wrong. Kendall is a very good dancer, don't get me wrong. She's a much better dancer than me, and at my big age of 22. Do you know what I mean? But still, it's entirely designed to fuck with Abby.
Don't cross your fingers. Oh, those hands. Who's your manicurist?
I don't think a 7-year-old is having manicures, Abby. I don't think that's on their list of priorities.
The girls are brides. They hold nosegays. They might even wear garters.
What was that dirty little wink that you gave me there? That dirty, filthy... Ugh! I want to throw up. I want to throw up. The way that she's looking at me right now is... I might have to call the police, you know. I have got them on speed dial after all.
I want to marry dance, but I don't.
That's absolutely fair and valid. I don't think you should be forced into this marriage either. I think you should be thinking seriously about it and always get a prenup.
I really hope that Chloe's dad can make it, but I think the bigger question on everyone's mind is, who is Melissa gonna bring to represent?
That's what I said. Is it gonna be dad or stepdaddy? Which one is it gonna be? Do you know what I mean? I'm not sure at the end of the day. I think it's gonna be stepdaddy. But it'd be interesting if Kurt came back.
Oh, it would have been so cool if I had my gown. You guys we could have cut it up because it has so many beautiful pieces to it.
You should have saved it. Your kids probably would have wanted it.
Well, they can help you pick out a new dress.
Christy! She's like, we know you're engaged. Stop pretending. She's like, guys, can we drop the bomb yet? Can we talk about the elephant in the room, please?
Some sparkling apple cider.
This is so different from the battlefield the first day I walked into Abby's.
Is that what Candy Apples is like every single time? Because if so, sign me up. I'll put up with Cathy. I'll put up with her gladly if I'm getting sparkling apple cider. Oh, wait. You guys in America, your cider's not alcoholic. Like, by like, default. Whereas, like, over here, all of our cider's alcoholic. Like, and sometimes quite strongly alcoholic.
She was not doing that enough at Abby's.
Pirouette up and over. Pirouette.
I gotta give credit where credit's due because, like, Cathy's doing pirouettes in heels. Like, stiletto heels. Which is kind of impressive. I gotta be honest, I know that people do that on stage all the time. But, like, it's impressive that as a dance teacher, she's doing that. I gotta give her props where props are due. I've said this before, I've said it again. I think Cathy is a better dance teacher than Abby is. Because she's actually teaching the child, do you know what I mean? She's actually doing a pirouette and being like, and pirouette?
Your second leg is bent. Can you straighten it out for me? And straighten. Oh, yeah. See how when you give nice corrections, you get results.
I think she's cracked the code. I think she's worked out how to teach Kendall in 20 minutes. Rather than screaming at her, it's just, oh, can you try bending, like straightening that second leg? Oh, fantastic, look at that. Rather than, your second leg is bent. Straighten it.
Do you happen to know who's at the top of the pyramid?
I think it's Nia.
Oh, it's Nia that's at... Really? Well, if Nia is...
Okay, you didn't have to look so disgusted by that. Jesus Christ. Cathy, you're not fighting the allegations. Come on.
I hope that's not a friendship ring.
Yeah.
That's a nice friend.
Yeah. I want to meet a friend like that.
You have a friend.
He needs to buy me another one of those.
Oh my god, yeah, I totally agree. The scary thing is I would actually fit in so well with these mums. Oh, like these three I'd get on with so well. It'll be a laugh riot because we've got the same kind of humour. Those kind of lines would be things that I'd be cracking out. You've seen it before. I've come up with the same thing that Kelly said or Christy said before they've even said it. And it's hilarious. It's brilliant. I just want to be besties with them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. She's so forthcoming. She'll tell you everything about her body, nooks, crevices, desires, taboos.
Oh, I love Holly so much. She's like, wow. She won't tell us that she's engaged, but she'll tell us that she had thrush last week. I didn't need to hear about that. But she sure told us about all the mucus that she had.
I mean, I know that she's cleanly shaved down there, but she won't tell me she's engaged.
This is what I mean. This is the kind of bitch sessions that I would have with them. This is hysterical, hilarious. These three make the show. Obviously Abby as well, but like these three, this is why I keep watching the show, because they're so funny and they entertain me.
Come on, girls, let's go.
Oh my god, is that Broadway Baby? Internationally famous dog? Who names their dog Broadway Baby? Do you know what? I'm not even gonna question it. I'm not even gonna question it.
And they are always thrilled to see the Abby Lee Dance Company.
I'm not excited about competing in Pittsburgh because everybody knows Abby, everybody hates Abby.
That's not the impression that Abby just gave. I mean, she was like, everybody loves me. Everybody loves the Abby Lee Dance Company. Oh my god, they're so amazing. And then you had the dog that was like... Yeah, I hate myself as well. I think that coach might need a little bit of a wash, you know. I think it might just a little bit. It's just looking a little bit dirty. Not massively, just a little bit.
And Abby and all of those moms aren't going to know what hit them when they see my secret little weapon.
Don't you mean your secret little Kendall weapon? Your little my little Kendall? Accessories sold separately?
There's no screaming or yelling or crying. I don't have to be looking over my shoulder, feeling the knife in my back at any second. I can relax and take care of my child.
It just feels like too calm. Do you know what I mean? Like when it's just like, oh, tumbleweeds are going around the room because nothing's happening. Maybe that's because I'm used to the chaos in the Abby Lee Dance Company one. But I don't know. And I feel like dressing rooms are always chaotic. I feel like I've never been in a calm one, aside from when I'm on my own in a dressing room.
Look, she doesn't have a kid, but she has a dog in a stroller.
Not even a hi, Abby. It's just, she's got a dog in a stroller. Not even a kid. To be fair, dogs in a stroller is kind of crazy. Not a bit of me. That is ludicrous. But this is Broadway Baby we're talking about. Internationally renowned dog of Abby Lee Miller. So, you know what? We'll allow it.
Here she is with Cathy, of all people. Why would you go to Cathy? You're leaving Freddie to go to Jason.
What a fantastic reference. I really appreciate that. That is quite literally the correct thing, because Abby is Freddy Krueger and Cathy is Jason. Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm feeling pretty betrayed to see someone who I thought was on my team walk through the door on the competition team. You know it's going to be a problem. Guess who's she's going to be up against?
Yeah, I knew he was going to get shafted this week. Rah. Not by Abby, funnily enough. I really expected Abby to be a lot tougher on her this week. But she's actually been alright with Abby. I'm not gonna lie. I've not seen any bad behaviour from Abby. Juice has probably told her, go to Candy Apples, they'll let you in. They'll let anybody in. They take all the Abby Lee Miller rejects.
You know, I was really reluctant when you called because I don't like to engage in Abby's sloppy seconds.
We've literally watched you offer a place to Peyton in this season. Not even in this season. 2 episodes ago. 3 maybe at the push. So don't be acting like you are some kind of I don't want her sloppy seconds, because you've already eaten them and vomited them back out.
I like your crown. I'm supposed to be a princess. Good luck. You too.
Oh my god, it's so sweet. Oh, this is why I think this show is so horrendous, is because there's moments like this where the kids are actually just so lovely to each other, actually so lovely to each other, and then the mums are like, and that's a technical term.
I would ask the world to imagine loving you. If I could, for you.
It was her moment, and I knew what it took for her to get to that place.
I've got to give that a 9 out of 10. That was fantastic. It really, really was. It was genuinely a joy to watch. Her dancing has gotten so much better since season 1. She's able to control those moments where she's on her neck and she's got... It still jars me that she's on her neck because it just makes me feel uncomfortable. But when she's got her legs like that, it's nice that she's able to control it and it doesn't look like she's wobbling at all. That's fantastic. I still don't like the bit where they like shuffle on their knees. I think it's just a bad dance move. I think it just looks ugh. But the rest of the dance was fantastic, really, really well performed. She kept my attention the entire way through, and I have to give props where props are due, and props are definitely, most certainly due here. Well done, Nia. Well done.
Cathy didn't have to put Kendall up against Nia. Cathy knows that Nia deserves a chance to shine, and that was just a really rotten, shady thing to do.
I mean, she is a rotten apple after all.
Because she's doing my routine with my costume.
I would probably give that a 7. I thought that there was still just some moments where the moves weren't executed to 100%. They were like, I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, but I thought the energy was there, the passion was there. I have no idea what Abby was talking about when she was like, "It's my dance, it's my costume." I don't get what she means by that. Like, did they steal it? I don't understand. Anyway, it's not important. The dance itself was fun. It was vibrant. I think she was given better choreography, so therefore she was able to show off more of her talents. Again, I thought the technique for the most part was good. I liked that she had applied the correction of the straight knee and the... Is it an aerial walkover? You know what I mean. That moment that Cathy went, "Ooh, lovely straight knees." But yeah, on the whole, very, very good. But I don't think it's anywhere as near as good as Nia's. So I think a 7 will suffice.
My dad can't come to the competition today, but that's okay because I know he tried his hardest to get here.
Hi, Chloe. How are you?
Good.
I love you.
I love you too.
Well, this whole dad thing probably should have been sorted weeks in advance rather than being told the week of when, like, probably things are going to be busy and they're going to have work stuff planned that they can't probably get out of. I feel like this was a little bit unfair for them to just be like, yeah, you have to be there. No, people have jobs, Abby. Unlike you, who just stays in the studio all days and barks orders at children.
It's my favorite costume of the year so far. It's gorgeous, and I'm excited because I just got engaged, so it's kind of fun for me.
Those outfits do not look good. Not even slightly. They do not look like they're brides. The only thing bridal about that is the bouquet and the veil. The outfit does not look bridal in the slightest.
You're making me sad.
Okay.
Where has this come from, Mackenzie? What's going on? Why are we having a little bit of a paddy in the corner? Was it because you didn't get the bouquet? I hate to agree with Abby, but you grow up a little bit. Grow up. Come on. But also, she is 7. I've got to remember that. She is the age that I was when I started dancing, so...
Never a bride.
Mackenzie is being fed these lines, but she's delivering them like she's a pro, which is amazing. That dance, it was like a 7, 8. I'll give it an 8 to be nice. I think it was fun. It was enjoyable. I liked the bit where where they were all dancing in unison. I thought that was nice. I liked the start, the like slow walks up. I thought that was good. I liked that Mackenzie had a little bit that was fun and funky. The outfits were nice. They were all right. I just don't think that the outfits, like, if you like, the outfit itself did not scream bride. The accessories were the things that screamed bride. But other than that, I thought it was good. I thought it was enjoyable. I thought it was a decent dance, and that's all I can really say about it.
Dance Center, please welcome number 287. This is a funeral.
Let me get this straight. Abby's doing a wedding as her theme of dance, and Cathy is doing a funeral as her theme of dance. Yeah, okay, just say that you're copying her. Do you know what I mean? Just say you're doing it. Because, like, you might as well. You might as well own up to it now.
Cathy needs to put Vivi and her 2 little friends in there to bring the age down.
That was gonna be a solid, like, 9 out of 10. Until Vivi and her 2 little friends walked on stage, and all they did was... and then stand by the coffin, and then get led off stage by one of the dancers. I'm not saying that, like, Cathy's a bit cheap for putting them in the number, but, like, let these guys compete in an age category where, like, they actually should be competing in. These are older dancers, and the only reason why you've got these younger kids in it is because it's bringing the age down in order for them to compete in a category that can compete against Abby Lee. It's so ridiculous. I really, really do feel like this is such a bad practice on the show. But anyway, it is what it is. You can't really like judge competition rules. Do you know what I mean? It's loopholes at the end of the day. But it was a good dance. I just hate the fact that Vivian, Justice, and the other little girl were in it because they absolutely took me out of the, oh wow, this is actually quite a good dance. And then they ran on and I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, not again.
Number 288, head over heels.
Yeah, well deserved. I'm happy with that. Good job. They did themselves proud. It was a good dance. It was a good number. Yeah. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
Number 21, I Think I Like You.
My child was set up.
Ooh, yeah. I personally didn't think that Kendall was, like, better than Nia. I thought Nia was better than Kendall, but I'm not a judge. I've said this before. I can only comment on what I'm seeing on my screen and whose dance I enjoyed more. Yeah, Nia sucks. That sucks. That's not fun. Yeah, I would not be happy about that if I was Holly.
Could not have been more beautiful.
You should be proud of yourself. You did the number. You finished it.
Oh, Nia, you're breaking my heart here.
You go home, you cry into your pillow, you figure out what you did wrong, and you don't make the same mistakes again.
The way, if I was Nia's dad, I'd be like, what did you just say to my daughter? What did you just say? Do you wanna say it again? Do you wanna say it again? Because we'll go scrap outside. We'll go scrap. We will. I'm not actually gonna scrap you because you'll beat me. But but I'm gonna have it out with you. I'm gonna have an argument with you.
There will come a day when we beat you because you have 6 kids that you have to worry about. I have 306.
Yeah, exactly. You have 306 kids to worry about. She only has 6. So, like, quality over quantity. Do you know what I mean? I'm sorry, Cathy, but you didn't cook with that line. Your apples are tasting rather sour today.
What just happened out there? You know I was wrong. She did a beautiful job. And a child who has been off. This kid has been working her tail off. I just do not like the way that played itself out.
It's all kicking off. It's all kicking off. And honestly, I agree. I agree. The fact that Holly had to step outside and be like, what happened out there was not okay. And Abby's like, Yeah, honestly, I kind of agree. The way that she was in that conversation just gave me, yeah, fair enough vibes. Like, yeah, they did kind of fuck up their producers. They've kind of fucked about with Nia, and that's not fair.
Oh, believe me, Abby, I wouldn't want to steal your choreography. Really? Let's go, guys.
I wouldn't want to steal your choreography. Again, Cathy feels like she's cooking with these lines, but they're just not working out very well for her. But yeah, Abby clearly is out for blood, and next episode something's gonna happen. Next episode has not been seen on TV since it aired because it was that bad, and I have managed to find a copy of it deep on the internet, and by deep it took one Google search, but we will be watching that next time. But if you guys have liked the episode, make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next episode whenever that may be. I hope you've enjoyed a triple week of Dance Mums this week. It will be going back to 2 a week. It's just I wanted to do a triple week this week because I'm away this weekend. I'm actually been away in Munich this weekend. I have been to see Adele, had a fabulous time, should be flying back roundabout as the time you're watching this. But if you did like the episode, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all those YouTube things. There is a membership, £3 a month, gets you bonus content for all of these episodes, some stories that I have, etc, etc, etc. But other than that, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys later. Keep on ranting. Bye now.